Hello and welcome to the Confined Spaces module, which has been designed to raise your awareness of the hazards associated with entering confined spaces on a boat. A confined space is any enclosed or partially enclosed space that is not designed or intended to be occupied by a person for any length of time, is at normal atmospheric pressure while a person is in the space, and is a risk to health and safety from an atmosphere that either does not have safe oxygen levels or may contain contaminants like airborne gases, vapors and dust. You should note that entry into a confined space is considered to occur when your head or upper body enters the confined space. On a boat, a confined space includes the engine room, freezer or hold, brine tanks, tiller flat, chain locker, water and fuel tanks, and the bilge. If in doubt about any space, always assume it is a confined space and act accordingly. When working on a boat, it is highly likely you will be required to work in a confined space. In this case, you should consider the stop, think, act, approach, which an experienced person can apply quickly and with minimal delay to their work. First, stop or pause briefly and break the task into individual steps in logical order required to perform the work safely. Next, think of any risks and hazards associated with each step of the task in the confined space. Finally, act by applying control measures to overcome the identified risks and hazards. Once all control measures are in place, you are ready to safely perform each step of the task. Recalling the hierarchy of controls, the control measures most likely to be applicable to a confined space when the boat is at sea are administrative controls and PPE. Administrative controls include training of crew in hazard identification and safety when working in a confined space. For example, a requirement to ensure you have a lookout before entering a confined space, that you wear PPE, or that you ensure the hatch or plug to the space is well secured so it does not close on you. In some instances, it may also require confined spaces to be adequately ventilated for a period of time before you enter, and/or that you use a dust mask or respirator. It may also describe emergency responses for you to follow to assist in the rescue of a person in a confined space. The development and application of these controls is the responsibility of the boat owner or skipper. It is important to note that it is your responsibility to wear PPE when working in a confined space, such as using a respirator when fiberglassing a hold space or cleaning an empty fuel tank. It also includes clothing to protect you when working in a freezer, or to avoid burns from hot surfaces in the engine room. And finally, you must always resist the urge to enter a confined space to assist a casualty, unless you have breathing equipment. Do not become the next casualty. You have now completed the Confined Spaces module. Well done! Let's now review the material that we covered.